My wife was in the shower and hollered down that she didn't have any hot water. So started checking out the hot water tank. I wasn't gonna do this video. I just wanted to get it fixed and move on, but I'm hoping I can save somebody else from having this problem. You definitely want to clean out the bottom of your hot water tank on a regular basis, especially if you have hard water like we do here. Because if you let it go, like I did, when I tried to turn out this element, I mean, it was so packed in there that it actually broke the element, twisted it right off, you can see. And there must be like 20 pounds of calcium build up in the bottom of this tank. I can't believe it was even heating water. So, and they're big chunks. It doesn't look it there, but later on in the video you'll see how big some of these chunks are. You have to clean this. You have to clean this out on a regular basis because the hole there in that drain is fairly small. If the particles get big like this, they can't come out. I even had trouble when I opened this up and tried to clean them out. I had to actually get in there with a vacuum cleaner and vacuum a lot of that out of there with a shop vac. Got some parts. I want to make a different kind of valve that's got a larger opening, so I'm using some parts here. Looks like I'm trying to take a fitting off of with a barbed end for a 3/4 PEX. You can see the diameter here. I'm trying to show the diameter, how much larger it is going through than that valve there. You can see the opening is pretty small in that valve with the hose adapter on it, which is what I need. So I wanted to do a straight shot coming right out of the tank. Here's the valve that was on the tank. If you look in there, it's kind of hard to see, but the opening is very small where the water goes through. So any particles that are, have any size to them at all are going to be very hard to get out of there, especially when you let it go as long as I have. So I thought a wide open valve like this, a ball valve, would give me the best shot at getting the chunks out of there. But I found a galvanized nipple. Screw that in there. I'm going to try to adapt this to a hose, and then I can, under pressure, flush that out. I got to go get a union for my plumbing up here. I put a valve on here so I could turn the cold water on to the rest of the house. And I got to put a union here because there's not a whole lot of flex there. Tank's right there. I don't want to force it, flex it. So I'm going to go get some parts. I'll be back. So I'm going to remove this piece of PEX out of here so I can unsolder that. Reuse that adapter, PEX adapter. I'm going to put this female adapter on there so I can thread it onto the hot water tank. And clean up the fittings, put some flux on. Heat this up so I can pull that fitting out of there. If you use a dry rag, you can wipe the solder right off of these fittings. And put some flux on it, and it should pop right into that fitting. Okay, solder it on. Clean her up a little bit. Now I can thread it onto that nipple. I could have saved some room by putting a male barb fitting in there, but I had most of this stuff, so it feels pretty snug. You don't want to forget these. Not saying I've ever forgotten those, but it sucks when you forget those. Hopefully I can just get a barbed hose adapter, 3/4 PEX, then I can just clamp it on there, and then I'll be able to screw my hose on here. Put that plug back in there. I'll pressurize it, see if I can flush that out. Okay, back from Lowe's. Hose adapter. Oh, I got the wrong size. Oh, son of a gun. Okay, just got back from Lowe's with the wrong fitting again. It's 1/2 inch barbed, 3/4. I don't know. It's 3/4 barbed. I need 3/4 PEX. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. So, let's see. I'll keep a running tally of the amount of trips I made to Lowe's today. But I think I got it. I got my 3/4 PEX to, this is the only way they had it, to a 3/4 female, then 3/4 male to a hose adapter. So let's do it. Let's see what happens. Okay. Gets much longer and you just run it to an outside drain. Okay. Okay. Look at the amount of crap in there. Wow. Okay. So I tighten the union up on top of the hot water tank here so I can turn the water back on. I have a bucket in the other room, with a hose in it, and you can see here. I just ran the water, I think I had it on wide open. I thought it would swirl that sediment around in the bottom of that tank and flush it out through the hose, but as you can see, has a hard time getting those larger chunks out. Obviously they're bigger than the size of the hose. So I tried this a few times. It was pretty unsuccessful. You can see the water's a little murky, but it's not getting the chunks I was hoping. I did try for several minutes to get the tank to flush without the hose on there. I thought maybe being that short of a piece, it might break it loose and start flushing it out, but I wasn't getting much out of there. Pretty much just clear water. And then I decided that maybe if I got in there and poked at it with a bigger wire, I could get some of it to come out. And that seemed to work a lot better. broke up a lot of the sludge inside there, and I thought, well, maybe now the hose will work, so thought we'd give it another try. Okay, you ready? After several hours of cleaning that bottom of that tank out, I finally had most of it out of there, and I decided to go ahead and put the element in there and fire up the tank and see if it was going to heat okay. And so far so good. It's obviously a lot quieter now. I used to hear it kind of thump and tick a little bit down there when it was heating water, but I never realized it was that full of sediment on the bottom. So the moral of the story is flush out your tank. At least drain it every, I don't know how often you're supposed to do it, once every month or a couple months or whatever. But get that sediment out of there before it builds up like that, so it can still pass through the drain. Sounds like it's doing water tank things. Here's some of the sludge that came out of there. Well, I think it's all calcium. I think that's what it is. We have very hard water here, but it's good water. Doesn't smell. It's not sulfury or anything. Let's see if that heats up. That's how much is in the bottom of that. That's just in the vacuum cleaner. All that.